Hi, my name's George Holliday and this is my van, and I'm normally quite happy being out of my comfort zone, but putting my van on a boat in Storm Eunice is not something that makes me feel comfortable. But I tried it anyway, and I took my girlfriend along with me, who by the way gets very travel sick. Now throw in some bad weather, some dodgy parking spaces, and you can guarantee we were up for an adventure. Well, until all of this happened. And it's only because I had to stop at some temporary traffic lights that I realised my brakes were smoking.
Then seeing flashing lights and we're like, oh God, please here.
So this, guys, is the non-glamorous side of van life. Goodbye, lovely view. We're steaming up quite a lot here. Got the bus running so that we can de-steam the window. Where are we going, Mia?
Dinosaur Isle.
Dinosaur Isle. We're going to be kids for the morning. But apparently it's very good for adults. Lots of information. So after...
Yes, it's a museum.
It's a museum. So after all of our gallivanting on the beach the other day, actually finding a dinosaur footprint, we thought it was time we learned a little bit more about the dinosaurs on this island. Check the bus in the distance of the car park. Always wear a glove, it's very oily. Diesel's not working again on that pump. Take 2. Done. Put another £60 in, but I think that's going to be more. I think we only need 30 for the rest of it, so happy days. And we've not spent anything on the actual campsite, so we've saved £150. This is the beauty of it. We've saved probably £150 just on campsites this week, so I don't mind at all.
No, you're in the way, mate. Yeah.
I'll just leave you here to do your puzzle, George, yeah?
Can't do anything. This is what we saw on the beach. They've got 3 of them here, and it says they were 130 million years ago. How insane is that? And that is them lifting these ones off the beach. So there it is. Those of you guys that were messaging on Instagram and maybe commenting saying it's not real, 130 million years ago, they were actually dinosaur footprints. Oh, go on! Let's go.
Oh, a little spinneroonie.
So cool. I want this in my house. Vegan meal, baby. Right, we're in a scenario. Just had a lovely dinner, chatting about what we're going to do this summer, trying to work out what we're going to do with vans and travelling, and then my seatbelt jams up and we can't get it loose enough to like retract it to then let it unlock. I was kind of hoping up having the camera out it would do it, but it's just not having it. So the only thing I can think of to get it short enough is to literally take the seatbelt off. So this, guys, is the non-glamorous side of van life, and I was literally 5 minutes ago saying to Mia, I want to travel and not have this kind of worry with this van. Obviously any van you're going to have worries and troubles, but this is a beast, this one. Always happens at the time you just want to go to bed. We were just like excited to go home. and find somewhere to stay. We had to turn around from the original place because we can't go up that road because it's just too much of a small road. If we were in a smaller van, we would be fine. We'd be knuckling down for the night. As we turn around, my seatbelt jammed and I'm like, what? And yeah, here we are at the side of the road fixing seatbelts. And the only next step is to take all of these off and take this back off. Oh, I don't want to be doing this, but let's take the back of the chair off.
Yeah, I get you. I think that'll work.
I'm so sorry that you're having to have this. After our nice meal.
Here we go. This is gonna be it. You can just go from underneath.
I need to get this loose.
Try that.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Done it? Is that enough?
Yes.
Oh my god. Are you gonna? Oh, okay. Is that gonna be okay?
I don't know. I feel like it needs a bit of oiling or something. I know it sounds silly, but could you grab some actual oil?
Oh my god, I'm on such a slant here. I'm literally falling into the carpet. Got the rapeseed oil. It's very blurry, but
okay. I'm trying to oil the connection because I think it may just be getting older. Yes. Thank you. That'll do. All for a bloody meal out. The worst thing is, none of this is the problem.
No.
It's when it's late at night.
Yeah.
And you want bed more than anything. Where's my spanner? Much better since I put the rapeseed oil on it.
Yeah.
For the love of St. Peter and Paul, can you please, Mary, Joseph and his wee little donkey, hold back and not let it go?
God, the pressure. Okay, we've got loads of these actually. Probably too much now. Ah, praise thee.
Oh baby, it's like brand new.
Thank God for that.
Right.
Well done, George.
Let's go to bed.
I'm buzzing, let's drink up. Your death look like big fun. Come on, let's get it on. Like that Marvin Gaye song. I'm stunning, you love it. Come on, give me something. I know that you want it. Come on, give me something. The night is young and so are we. So maybe you should leave with me. The night is young and so are we, baby. The night is young, so let's have some fun. If you love me right, yeah.
Welcome to our last full day on the Isle of Wight.
Give it to me.
You can see in the window how epic the view is.
This could be the summer.
Good morning, gang. So last night was windy as heck up there, but I mean, epic spot when you wake up this morning and realise exactly where you are. Just absolute barren land everywhere. And we were actually, because it's so windy, and we arrived in the dark last night. I'm crying because it's cold. And we arrived in the dark last night. And to be honest with you, my little golden rule is to not arrive somewhere in the dark, especially if you feel like it's going to be a bit sketchy or you just don't know exactly where you're going. And as you saw, the first location that we went to last night just didn't fit us. It just wasn't the one. So then when you're turning up somewhere you don't know in the dark, and we had a huge hill to climb. I mean, you can see how high we are. So when you have a bit of a mission climbing what felt like a mountain in the dark, not knowing where you're going to be, it does put you a little bit on edge. And we didn't film it because we were moving and we thought they were police, but there was like 3 Coast Guard rescue vehicles like up literally near here, and we were like, oh god, we're not allowed to be here. And you kind of have that bit of a worrying feeling, and then it offsets you for the whole night. And then because it was really windy all night, we just didn't feel settled. So I personally didn't sleep great last night. But then when you see it and it's calm like today, it's just totally worth it. So it's a real hard like yin and yang of how you truly feel at a place like this. But right now I think we need to just go for a walk understand our surroundings, and just enjoy this incredible view. And look at the bus looking all cute. Mira, I was just saying to these guys how last night felt like arriving in the dark, not being like, how was your first experience of arriving in an unknown location? Be real.
I don't know, but I'm scared of the dark anyway, so it was quite scary. And then obviously we came up the hill and there was like flashing lights and I was like, oh my god, police are here.
Yeah.
It wasn't police, but you know, it was just like after the seat belt. Is it seat belt?
Yeah.
The seat belt breaking, and us being there for like ages doing that. Then realise that we can't stay where we thought we were going to stay, then having to drive up a massive hill, then seeing flashing lights and we're like, oh god, police here, then wondering if we're going to fit through a gate, then driving and we're like, oh god, it's quite windy. Yeah, we made it. It was
very real, and I said to Mia, crikey, after, because we were having a deep chat when we were driving about just the reality of van life, you know, when it's beaches and when it's seafronts and sea views, you like, that's the best bit. But there is a reality, there is a cost for cost of investment, let's call it. Not a return of investment, but a cost of investment that you've got to just be on the ball, on the go, and not every night's going to be good. And yeah, it takes a little bit of a toll every now and then. And actually, about now is exactly when I would usually consider hitting up a campsite for a couple of days. You know, we've done pretty much 7 days now of just wild camping, and in the UK that's hard. Europe, easy. I wouldn't even consider campsites most of the time. Maybe once every 2 weeks. But in the UK, about 5 days is about right before you then want to like tap into the network of campsites and just have a bit of like, it's just brain, what's the word, you want to get excited for hitting the road again, and like right now it's just a little bit exhausting. You can tell we're just on the edge of needing to just have an anchor for a couple of days. I would happily pay now if we were staying longer, for like 2 or 3 days. Just decompressing would be really, really lovely, but we don't have that luxury. Tonight we have a spot next to an airfield, and I hope we get to see a plane take off. That'll be really cool, because the weather's meant to be amazing, and we're going to go to a place called the Propeller Inn tonight for dinner. So I'm going to call them ahead of time and see if we can stay. So let's see how that goes.
Feel it in my bones, I can feel it in my veins. Hands in the sky, I can feel the winds of change. You live and you learn, and I hope I've seen enough to make something right.
I'm actually pretty nervous about this hill. I had a story where I was in Austria. I mean, we're talking mountains in Austria, so it was very different. I was coming down the hill for like 20 minutes and my brakes were smoking really bad. And it's only because I had to stop at some temporary traffic lights that I realised my brakes were smoking. So whenever I get to really big hills now, I do get slightly nervous. This bit's okay, but just you wait until this next section.
I was down, but things are looking up. I wanna get high on you, caught by surprise by you. Want you to make my...
Oh, we've done it.
I really wasn't that bad. In the dark, it was so much scarier. Thank the Lord for that. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Thank the Lord for that.
Look how cool this looks, George.
So nice.
As much as I know it should.
George has met a friend. Or made a friend, I should say.
But he just followed us down from up the top, that guy.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. £3 for the day.
Perfect.
Things turn around. Didn't ever think they could.
Lovely to meet you. Thanks for your help.
Yeah, if you walk down that path there, you can see down there with seafood.
Ah, you can see them right in
Loads
front.
of little bars and everything, and coffee shops and everything down there. It's
See them.
lovely.
Thank you for your help. Cheers. Take care.
Like everything is new. Stepped on a path that led me straight to you. I was surprised by you. Want you to make my heart feel as much as I know it should. I wanna get high on you, caught by surprise.
What have you bought?
So we saw these in the where was it? In the
Shop.
well, no.
Oh, in the window.
No, outside the shop, and I was just like, oh, those are nice. And then the lady in the shop said they're really hard to find. I don't know why. What did she say?
I think just probably a lot of
they're
shops
really
are just
popular.
stocking
But we
them
thought
up.
in the sun,
Yeah.
it looks so nice.
Can't really see the orange on here quite as well,
Yeah.
but oh, there you go.
Nice little memory.
Cute, cute buy. £8 bargain. I'm just marching ahead because our ticket ran out 7 minutes ago, so just getting ahead. But thought I'd take the moment to say how different van life is when you're not on your own, because your role is different. You're like everything, like you're responsible for somebody else. You're responsible for more than just your own risks. So the risks become different and you see it from a different angle, basically. I found that quite an interesting dynamic that I don't really have. Like, even if I have friends stay with me for a little while, would you do this, would you do that if you're on your own? I'd definitely take more risks on my own, but it's just very different when, yeah, you've got responsibilities. I think it's important that everyone that stays with me is open to the fact that things do go wrong sometimes, and it's not always perfect. So yeah, it's been a good trip so far. I'm sad it's the last day. It's 12 degrees, basically summer. Saved from like donkey rides on the beach, taxi rides, donkey races, donkeys pulling milk.
This is Winston.
Hello Winston.
You're handsome.
Handsome chappy. Looking very calm. I like this guy. Joseph. Nice name. Joseph's a good name for a donkey. I think Joseph's a great name for a donkey. He looks like a Joseph. I want to go see these guys.
Softer than I thought.
Yeah, a lot softer. Put them all.
People have been saved and they're all, look at them.
Apparently there's a place in here called George's Gaff.
Yeah, we're going to George's Gaff
Go
soon.
find George's Gaff. I always think donkeys look a little bit sad though, no?
Yeah, they do.
They've always got like a little sultry kind of look to them.
Sorry.
They're
What,
cute
you're
though.
watching?
I like the one with fringes. This guy. Both of these guys. Oh no, Mia. I found my spirit animal over there.
That one.
Look at the hairdo on that bonce. Colin only has one eye. And Colin's friend, Naomi, also only has one eye, and her tongue seems to always be sticking out. But we don't know why, and it doesn't say on the board. But this is basically the area that they keep them in quarantine before they release them to the other donkeys, so that they make sure they've got no illnesses, they get their vaccines, and they also just settle in.
Oh, look, Naomi's coming back. That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Feeling is all gone. If I could take you
My
back
kind of gang that they know. George's Gaff. Everyone knows I'm in town. Oh, look at these little ones.
The other ring on my wrist is gold, pairing with the light it holds. When I return from my spinning bone, I'm remembering the words you told me. Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. Wait, hold on.
They're so funny. Oh! I think one kicked the other one, I think. A bit of drama for you. I think so.
It's all gone.
This one's blind. Oh, you can see it in the eyes actually. Here's a board of all the donkeys that are here. And what's really cool, look, is you can scan the QR code and sponsor that specific donkey. And it tells you where she's come from Wales with her other friends, India, Trixie, Myra, Smudgy and Leighton. Scooby settled quickly to sanctuary life, gives Welsh lessons to the English girls and thanks the staff every day for a blissful life. Sweet as. I believe you can do donations online as well, so if you guys want to go to the Donkey Sanctuary on the Isle of Wight, and if you did want to invest in George's Gaff, one of the donkeys there, then please do. Hey. So cool. And off he goes. Where we're parked for tonight, we've got the pub that we're going to over here called the Propeller Inn. Very excited about that. But we can also sit here and just literally watch planes taking off into sunset. This one looks fancy.
Feeling in my bones. I can feel it in my veins. Hands in the sky. I can feel the winds of change.
Whee!
You live and you learn.
Into the sunset.
And I hope I've seen
Just like us and this mini-series of vlogs.
to make something right.
So sadly, this is the end of our Isle of Wight mini trip for a week. I hope you guys have really enjoyed being with us on this whole adventure and watching us avoid tiny little roads and meet monkeys and donkeys and see dinosaurs and all the amazing things. If you are new to this video, please do go check out the previous 2 videos that we've done, and we don't know what the next adventure is going to look like. The next mission for us is going to be getting the American school bus up and running, which hopefully will be launched in Easter. So if you've got any questions about that, pop me or me a private message, or head to Wildaway UK on Instagram. Secondly, we've got the Stay on the Road vans that we need to get, the new van, the Sprinter that we need to get running, and this one is going to be up for rental as well in Easter, which kind of makes me vanless. So we're going to make some plans to fill up from April onwards the following 6 weeks. And if you're interested in staying in one of these vans and having your own experience, having your own weekend with family, unfortunately you won't be able to drive this one, but you can come and have the experience, and we'll set it all up and make sure that you have the best time. So do get in touch if you're interested, and I will happily direct you in the right direction. But we're going to go get some food and enjoy our final night here on the Isle of Wight. Mia, what's been your favourite point? Favourite moment? This is what it's like with every decision that Mia makes.
I liked loads of it. I really liked the garlic farm.
Yeah.
Because that was just, I don't know, something different.
Big highlight.
And then Monkey in the Donkey Sanctuary, I think.
Not even the dinosaur footprint on the beach.
Oh yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was probably
Exactly,
most.
everything. I don't know.
We're going to love you and leave you. Thank you so much for tuning. Subscribe if you haven't. Take care. Look after each other. We'll see you next time. And remember, never stop creating. Oh, do you want to do the arm thing? 2, 1. Never stop creating. And then you go, boom. And then the screen ends. That's the end. That's the end. 3, 2, 1. Never stop creating.
Is that what you meant to do?
Yeah.
Oh.
But you do it over the lens like, and then it goes,
Oh, well, I'm not
and it
doing
kind of
that.
like closes the
Well, I need
screen.
to come do it then, don't I?
Yeah, come on, give us a full send off.
Is that right?